Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors. Hey, happy campers! Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is week 45 and we're feeling alive.
Week 45, feeling alive. How you doing over there, Counselor Jonathan?
Good, sun-kissed, chilling. It's raining again while we record, which sucks. But, you know, we're doing what we can. How are you doing over there?
It's like a rainy New England summer. It's kind of a bummer a little bit, but you just gotta accept the sun when the sun is out. And I don't know if you guys can tell if you're watching on YouTube. I'm sure you can. I am truly sun-kissed right now.
Yeah, you are.
I haven't had this much color on my skin since the COVID year.
Yeah, you're looking
2020.
good.
2020, I was outside the entire year. I was like, what else can I do besides geocache? That's all I was doing, was just geocaching every goddamn day.
We haven't geocached around here. We need to do that.
I know, but the problem with geocaching is that when you find a box, if you don't know what geocaching is, it's an app you can download and it's basically like a global scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And it gives you coordinates that you can use your phone, GPS, and you get there and you look for a little clue. And there's usually like a little medicine, like a little pill bottle, a little bait and tackle box.
Yeah, and then usually like a piece of paper that you sign your little name. Sometimes it's like a take a penny, leave a penny moment.
Or like a little troll or like a little
Yeah.
little gumball. And it's like a game like that. But sometimes it's like really dirty when you do it. So I would find them sometimes with my friend Kira during COVID, and we wouldn't even like open them because I'd be like, this one's like covered in muck and dust and cobwebs. I'm like, I found it, checking it off on the app, but I'm not picking it up.
Yeah, I never did it with the app. I don't remember how we used to do it.
How else would you do it? It's an app.
No, it was like before it was like an app. They would have them on
MapQuest?
I don't even know. I think there would be, I don't remember how we did it, but no, it was before it was an app.
Well, it's pretty simple now, guys. If you're looking for an activity to do outside, I would definitely suggest geocaching.
Yeah.
Or you could do what we did this week and we beached it up, babies.
Hey.
Beach, please.
Beach, please.
Girls, we've been beaching. We went to the beach twice. Well, the first time we went to the beach, it was kind of like a quick little stop and go. We did like an hour and a half. We kind of just read a little bit, and it was like a late afternoon beach trip.
Yeah. Yeah, it went by really quick. And we were like, okay, we're good. We got here and we're leaving.
And then this week, also after that, we did an entire beach day.
Yeah.
Full sun, full
Mhm.
coverage. You might have seen it on our Instagrams. If you didn't, we thought it would be appropriate for the campers here to, first of all, we need to be teachers because we are counselors. Counselors are teachers to the core.
Yeah, 100%.
So today, our lesson at Camp Shady Birch is the proper, perfect beach schedule.
Yeah, I figured we can do it like a little 17 magazine. Like, let's take you through the daily routine of what we're going to do on a beach day. Whether you live by a beach or not, this could be a lake day.
100% also applicable to a lake day. I wouldn't say a pool day because pool days usually have access to a house, so you don't need to be as prepared.
Yeah, maybe not a pond day either. That can get a little mucky.
That can get a little E. coli, you know what I mean?
Ew.
So this is our traditional beach day schedule. So buckle in, guys, and let us know what you think and what we're missing and what you would have added and what you learned, because we love the dialogue here.
Yes, obviously. Okay, so we're waking up early. What time are we up at?
I think you need to be up and at 'em at 8 a.m. Like feet to the floor, moving and shaking and grooving and baking.
Up and Adam, up and Eve.
And then we're going to start off by hydrating you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day in the sun. We're going to be having some brewskis. So we're going to drink water. Pee at least one time before you leave the house.
And this is the time of day, you guys, that you're preparing your food. It's traditionally very hard to make the sandwiches the day before. You definitely can. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying, is it the best way to handle it? I'm thinking no.
No, it's going to get soggy. It's going to get weird.
What's your perfect beach sandwich, Jonathan?
I think it would be nice if you get a little roll and you get cheese on it. I don't eat deli meat. So if you want a deli meat, put a deli meat on there. Then lettuce, tomato, hot peppers, and then whatever condiments you want to put on, I would put like on the top. Normally I would put it directly on the bread. But you know, you don't know. You're not going to be eating these for like a couple of hours. So you can't be putting everything directly on the bread, you know?
I just made a video this week about it, guys. If you saw it on my TikTok or Instagram, and it was first of all, you need more than one sandwich, okay? Let's not be coy here, guys. The sun takes a lot of energy out of you, okay? okay? You're swimming, you're giggling, you're laughing, you're drinking. You
Mm.
need at least 2, and I would even say, to be safe, 3. 3 sandwiches.
Gluttonous.
Well, we're not making footlongs here, okay? We're making traditional sandwiches, and you really can get creative here, okay? I don't mind seeing some tuna.
Yeah.
I'll never put my nose up at some egg salad.
Yeah.
Great beaches. Someone did DM me about ham salad, and I don't want to like yuck anybody's yum. Actually, I love doing that. I just feel that ham salad is a little graphic.
Ew, I've never heard of a ham salad. I'm assuming it's just like a chicken salad with ham.
It is. It's a private sandwich. That's not something you share publicly.
That is a private sandwich that is behind closed doors. Close your curtains. Don't tell anybody about it.
We all eat a little food that's a little creepy at home that we don't want to share with the general public.
I get a little shy with egg salad.
See, I think egg salad is going the train of moist, right? Where everyone's like, it was like, oh, we're jumping on it too much. Okay. Moist is okay. You can say it out loud, relax. Also, egg salad is delightful.
I agree, but I feel like it's a little sulfuric and it reminds me of a fart. And I'm like, everybody knows I'm eating a fart sandwich.
But don't you think an egg salad at the beach is nice?
Yeah.
I like
true.
that egg salad doesn't need like toppings. Like it doesn't need lettuce or anything. It really doesn't need it.
But a lettuce and tomato on an egg salad sandwich is a delight.
I've never even done that.
It's a deluxe egg salad sandwich.
Well, my go-to sandwich at the beach, if I am like pulling it all together, I want to bring an Italian sub to the beach.
Yeah.
An Italian sub. And if it's a sub, then I could go with 1. I'm not going to be happy towards the afternoon. 2 would be preferable, but that's also like really graphic to consume 2 Italian subs in one sitting, but I've done it and I'll do it again.
Who cares? The seagulls are like, give me a slice, please. I want a little bite. I want a nibble.
Never disregard a classic turkey and cheese with mustard. Okay. Like that's something that everyone can get behind. It's traditional. Don't mess with tradition.
Babe, even a peanut butter and jelly. If you like maybe keep the jelly on the inside, if you line it with a peanut butter and you put the jelly on the inside.
I'm going to disagree on this one.
That's valid, but you're wrong.
We're leaving a space for discourse here.
Okay.
I think peanut butter and jelly has a place in everyone's home, but it doesn't have a place at the beach.
I think it does. If you wrap it in tinfoil, I want to see these sandwiches in tinfoil, baby.
I do too, but I don't think that peanut butter and jelly gives beach to me. And okay, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's your beach day. Okay.
If I'm at a lake, I want a PB&J.
Okay. See, peanut butter and jelly, it's giving more lake. It's not giving oceanic. Oceanic is in the tuna class. It's in the egg salad. It's in the deli.
Yeah, it puts the sand in sandwich.
What are you bringing for snacks?
I think chippies are good. I think a chip, I don't love popcorn is great. I don't like anything that's going to leave residue on my fingers. I don't want finger residue.
Really simple snacks, you guys. It's kind of grab and go. Kira brought chips and salsa to the beach. And I looked at her and I said, yeah, this is delicious, but time and place.
And we didn't touch them.
We didn't touch it because it's not easy to grab and go.
It's also not easy to dip a chip in a salsa jar.
It's not easy at a table at a Mexican restaurant. I'm still being very cautious and careful, okay?
Yeah, it's runny.
I'm lounging on a beach chair and you want me to be careful with chips and salsa?
Yeah, no.
I'm not eating at the beach. I want to see Cape Cod classic chips.
Yes.
Hey, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a New Englander. Cape Cod kettle cooked chips at the beach, for me, it's effervescent, it's jovial, it's nostalgic, and I love it. That's my go-to chip. I also love a cherry at the beach.
A cherry?
Cherries are...
Oh, like a fresh little cherry. Yeah, you love it.
Cherry.
That's a picnic for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, cherries welcome the outdoors.
Yeah.
Unlike any other fruit, a cherry is most comfortable in the outdoors.
Yeah, because you can just take that pit and then you come back to the beach 4 years later and there's cherry trees.
An apple, I love. I am just not a citrus boy. I'm not big on mandarins or oranges, but I could see how that would be very refreshing in the summer sun.
Watermelon.
That is a genius beach pack, okay?
Yeah, melons. Because I was going to say cantaloupe, honeydew. We can go all the way down that. You guys use your own discretion. Like, I think you can get creative with it.
If you're a crunchy girl, hey, don't be afraid of some trail mix.
Okay, yeah. As long as, let's stay clear of chocolate chips because they do get melty, they do get weird. But when it comes to a cookie, a traditional EL fudge.
Yeah, I love that.
Anything
love
Keebler.
EL fudge. So we're packing the food. That's what we're doing at 8 a.m., guys. We're only at 8 a.m. Hey, strap in. This just started. I just hit my chin on the microphone. I'm getting excited. All right, so the food is settled. Now, beveraginos. First of all, a couple bottles of water.
Yeah.
Don't just bring one. Don't be foolish. We're hydrating all day. Couple bottles of water, I would say.
Yeah.
And then what are we bringing for booze? Because Jonathan and I, we are going to be drinking.
What I do want to say before we get into this is what we're packing it in. I think hard coolers are out. the ones that you have to carry with 2 handles, I think that's like a little too much because I feel like you can get the same real estate in an over the shoulder boulder holder, like a soft sided, don't you think?
It's never easy. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure you have enough, but you also have to really figure out like, do I need all this? And how am I going to lug this onto the beach? Is it a walk? Where are you going with it?
Yeah. Do you have a wagon with those really, really, really big sand wheels?
Those are, hey, if you have that,
That's
just
luxe.
say you're rich, okay?
Please.
I'm jealous. I'm
Okay.
obsessed with you.
So yeah, I think we should do 2 of those would equal like 1 big cooler. And I just think it's more comfortable for everybody. You can fit all your drinks in there, all your food in there. So back to Beveraginos, we got a little crazy and we packed 3 different kinds.
Yeah, we brought 3 different cocktails. We had a starter cocktail, middle of the ground cocktail, and then like just say, oh, I need a beer cocktail. Because sometimes you just need beer. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need a cold beer, and that's what it was.
And I think if you're going to do a sugary alcoholic beverage or non-alcoholic beverage, start out with that one first.
Start with the sugar. Sugar. Guys, guess what we had? I'm a really big fan of Twisted Teas.
Mhm.
Raise your hand if you're a Twisted Tea lover. I love the alcohol with tea and lemonade. It really was a genius pairing.
Yeah, it was the Arnie Palmy.
Arnie Palmy with the vodka. So, but Twisted Teas, if you didn't know, they're really bad for you. Really caloric, really sugar high. But I noticed at the liquor store, at the Packy, they had the light
Yeah.
Twisted Teas. They had a little like light blue label, and I was obsessed. 110 calories a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I can
that
go
was
sign.
good.
So we started with that. I had 2. It was a great starter.
One to be cautious of if you're doing it is the Simply Lemonades. Very high in sugar, high in calorie, and you're not gonna feel good.
Oh my God.
I don't want it. I'm not trying to steer anybody away from it, but hey, one of those, and I was like feeling a little buzzed, but not feeling too good, feeling dehydrated.
Yeah, listen. I'm not gonna be like I count calories. I have to. Okay, I do it poorly. Look at me, but I'm still a little mindful of it. And the Simply Peach lemonades were 170, and then I was like, I could have 2 of these, or I could have 3 of the Nooners. So something to think about. But the Twisted Tea lights, 110.
They were so good. Those were
So
and they were
good.
fun. It was such a fun little way to start off our day. And then neutrals.
Yeah.
Do you guys have neutrals? It's like N-U-R-T. I can't spell neutral, but you got how to say it. But it's spelled unneutrally. But those are good. I think those are my
Yeah.
new White Claws.
Yeah, those are really good. They're vodka sodas. So the White Claws are malt. Those are vodka sodas. Those are really good at the beach in the middle of the ground. Okay, you want something refreshing, but you don't want water because we're partying. So that's good because there's water in that. So that's nice. And then afterwards, we just got classic Michelob Ultras. I'm a
Yeah.
Mickey boy through and through.
Yeah, and that's a good way to wrap it up. Something else to be conscious of while you're packing these. How are you going to dispose of these? Because we're
Mhm.
not littering. We're not leaving them on the beach. We're not gonna fuck up the coral reef. So make sure you're packing a little trash bag.
Yes, or a little grocery store bag
Yeah.
from your local grocer.
Maybe 2 of those because those typically have like a little hole in them, and then it's gonna leak. It's gonna
Always
go
a hole
everywhere.
in those. What's going on with
Wait,
that?
Kira, when we were at the beach, I packed all like the trash and stuff in the bag and she put it on her back. And then she went to go, when we finally got to the car, she bent over and all the liquid that was in the little trash bag poured up and out and over her shoulders. It was disgusting.
Oh no.
So just be mindful of that.
So, okay, moving forward, you guys, 8 a.m. This all happened in the first hour. Okay, guys. And then these are just a couple other things we're going to pack that isn't just food related. So we're going to bring a little trash bag. We're going to pack sunscreen.
You
Guys,
got to.
Let's be smart here. Even though I look gorgeous, I could have been applying more sunscreen the last couple of days. You need to be sun safe, but I always feel a little sexier with a little color on my skin. I do. I like to be sun kissed. I know it's awful, but I'm just going to be real with you guys, okay? It's a constant battle every summer if I want to be sun safe or I want to feel sexy. And sometimes sexy is going to win. And this week it won, okay? Sue me. Put my hands behind my back, okay? I want to feel hot.
Okay.
God, is it a problem? Is it illegal to feel sexy about yourself?
No, never that.
Okay, well, I'm being defensive.
Another thing we're going to pack is a fully charged speaker.
Yes.
JBL preferably.
JBL really took the scene by storm.
Where are the pills?
Beats had it. Beats had real estate. Beats had the game for a while.
Mm,
But I love it, JBL.
yeah,
Really big on JBL.
reliable.
A nice thing to bring too is a book. Regardless if you're going to read the book at the beach, it's the perfect prop. It also makes you feel better that you brought something for simulation. And if you do bring it, always take a picture of you reading the book at the beach just because you're going to want to post that. It's going to make you look better. It's going to make you feel, it's the right thing to bring to the beach.
Yeah, maybe like an easy beach read. Let's be like conscious of what we don't need to be reading the New Testament. If that's your jive, go off, queen. But that's just, you'll never find me doing that. Not at the beach. Maybe a lake. We would be remiss if we didn't mention koozies. We almost forgot about that.
I always, see, this is where I fuck up. I always forget a koozie. I don't think about koozies. And then when someone offers me the koozie, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm obsessed.
Especially if you have to conceal your drink.
I know. It's like, God, why are we policing the beach? Isn't this America? Land of the free, and I can't have a Michelob Ultra at the beach?
No.
Get the hell out of here. Go do something important. There's a war on drugs. Go fight that. Leave me out of it. Police. Jesus. So bring a koozie. All that being said, we also wrote solo cups down, but it's annoying. Just bring a koozie. And then bug spray.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Jonathan and I were talking about this. I'm not sure if everyone has bugs at their beach.
Not really.
New England is a buggy beach, okay? There's mosquitoes, there's horseflies slash greenheads, and I was attacked this week by them. They were swarming at me, and I got the biggest welts on my ankles, on my tootsies.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't stop biting me.
Greenheads are awful because they don't sting. They just like take a chunk of your skin with them and then they come back.
Yeah, and I want to put them in DEET soup, okay? You buy the DEET for this, okay? This homeopathic bullshit you're about to put on your ankles, it's not going to work, okay?
It's not going to work.
Leave the spearmint oil at home, okay?
Yeah.
You need chemical on your skin for these assholes, or you're going to be eaten alive. And they literally bite your skin. It's terrible.
You know what it is? It's on a day that it's not windy. When it's like a calm day.
So true. The wind does help, but then you have a windy beach day, which isn't the best. I don't love a windy beach day.
A gentle breeze would be nice.
Oh, I always welcome a little fresh air.
Yeah.
I never say no to her. But when it's windy, leave her at home. Leave her at home.
Yeah. What else are we packing here? We're almost at the bottom of the packing list. Don't worry, guys. Oh, yeah, take it.
Lastly, you need some sort of beach activity.
Yeah.
Something sort of active, I would even say. We are talking frisbee.
We're talking shovel and pail.
Yes, this is the year of pail. So you know how I like this, guys. I like to just like call things differently. It's not the grocery store, it's the grocer, okay? Y'all know this about me. It's no longer a shovel and bucket, it's the shovel and pail. I need a little pail to make a little sandcastle at one point. Will I touch it again? I don't know if I will. But if I don't bring it, then I know that I want it then, okay?
Yeah, you're going to be pissed.
It's like the book. You just need it for the vibes, for the pop.
Yeah, exactly. We also wrote down a pen.
You wanted to write down a pen.
Just in case you need to give out your number to the lifeguard or something. I don't know. If you have a word search. I love a word search. I'll do a word search at a beach any day.
You've never brought that to the beach. You should bring that to the beach.
I should. I do when I'm down the Jersey Shore, but I'll do it.
Hey, one thing about you, on a plane, you're going to be word searching.
I'm going to be searching for words all my life. I love
that. Okay, guys, this was a great list. Okay, so if you're not loving it, then you need to get a new attitude because this was a great list.
Yes. So that's from 8 a.m. until whenever. Make sure you're texting your friends. Everybody's got to be like, if somebody's not answering the text, we're calling them. Get them on the horn because they're sleeping in and we're not leaving anybody behind, but we're also not going to be late to the beach.
Exactly. We're looking for a 10 a.m. arrival, you guys. And now this becomes really tricky. How do we feel about beach placement, beach seating? It kind of sets the tone for the entire day. Do you want to be shoreline? Do you want to be further out? Do you want to be near a lifeguard chair? Like, you have to consider this because at 10 a.m., everybody's arriving, okay? And this is your location. This is your, like, put my, like, flag in the sand, truly, for the day. I prefer to be kind of close to a lifeguard. A, because they're attractive. B, because I can't swim. And C, I need to know that I feel safe at all times.
This is where we differ because I don't like to be by a lifeguard because I think they're fucking narcs.
Well, listen,
Thank you for the work that you do.
No 17-year-old's going to tell me to stop drinking. I'll say, go back to high school, bitch, okay? Look at the water. Don't look at me. Unless I'm drowning, then come and help me.
Have you ever been saved by a lifeguard?
No, but I have saved a lifeguard.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Through an emotional breakup.
So around this time too, at 10:10 at the latest, we're dipping toes.
True. We're
dipping tippies. We're going to go test the water. We're not going to get in yet, but we're going to check the temperature and we're going to report back to everybody who didn't want to go test the water.
It is ceremonial to place your chair on the beach, get yourself set up, and then the first thing you do before you even take your clothing off is to go dip your toe in the water.
You have to.
Even if you're not even going to swim that day, you didn't come all the way to the ocean or the pond or the lake and not touch the water. Grow up, get your tootsies in the water.
And you know that first like little brisk wave that comes and touches your skin, everyone's gonna go, ooh.
Ooh, cold. Yeah, like when is it ever warm? It's like,
And then when it's
always
like
cold.
slightly warm, everyone's like bath water. It's like
Bath
bath water.
I'm like, that's the coldest bath anyone's ever taken. But yeah, let's
Yeah.
call it bath water.
Shut the fuck up.
And then when you get back, don't be afraid to crack open your first beverage, guys.
Yeah, this is a judgment-free zone. It is 10 o'clock. It can even be a weekday, and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna crack open a beverage.
This schedule is not a 2-hour quick beach trip. This is a beach day. You're drinking, baby. Don't apologize for it.
Just a couple of minutes later, 10:55 on the dot. What are we doing?
You're opening your first sandwich.
You have to.
You just worked so hard all morning. You deserve some nourishment.
As well as our snacks. We're opening snacks and we're sharing with each other. Guys, sharing is caring. I feel like that goes without saying. But if you're hogging the Chex Mix, we're going to have a fucking issue.
Yeah, the snacks are communal, is what we're trying to say here. The sandwiches, don't feel like you need to share your sandwich. That is your own personal business, okay? I'm not sharing my sandwich. I brought that for me. The cherries, they're in the middle. Grab a couple. They're for everyone.
But don't touch my fucking weird cheese sandwich or my fart sandwich.
No, and at 11:30, you guys, we've been there for about an hour and a half now. We're moving through. It could be time for your first swim.
It could be.
It's nice to get a swim started early so that you can dry off again.
Yeah.
You never want to wait too long, but this swim is kind of up for grabs. It's optional. Not everyone has to participate. For me, I like to get an early swim in. I like to digest a little bit, and I just want to get my skin covered in salt water.
Yeah, just make sure you got to wait that 20 minutes after you eat. Why did that rule come into play? Is it cramping?
I don't know. My mom never cared. She was like, just go swim. That's a lie. And I was always fine.
Or like the sharks can smell food, I thought maybe.
No one's ever said that out loud.
Well, I don't know what else would be the problem.
I think it was for cramping.
Oh, hey, I cramp on the daily. I cramp anyway.
I'm constantly cramping.
So then we're going to get out of the water. We're going to dry off in the sun or by towel or both. And then we're going to reapply.
We're going to reapply, you guys. Do not burn.
Also, maybe like crack open a water bottle while you're probably on your like third drink by this point. Let's remember to stay hydrated. Because if you have to pee, the water is always right there.
We're looking to hydrate the entire time, you guys.
Yeah.
We're moving right along to 12:45. We're going to survey the group. Okay? Check in.
How's everybody doing?
How's everybody feeling?
Do you want to play Frisbee?
Do we need an activity?
Yeah.
This is a great time. We've been here now for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We're ready for some transition.
Yeah.
There's only so long we can sit up and let the sun soak on our skin.
Yeah.
We need something to do.
Everybody's going to stand in a little circle. Maybe Chelsea wants to stay and read, but that's fine. She's on Corinthians 4:20.
Also, another great time to pretend to read and get that photo.
Yeah.
It's a good photo. Do not forget to get that photo.
True. Okay. What time are we at now? Oh, we're at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
We're just breezing through this day. So it's time to crack open that second sandwich, baby.
Yes, because you've already eaten the first one at 10:55. 3 hours later, we're ready for more food.
Hungry.
This is the right time for second sandwich.
Yeah, you get like exhausted by the sun for like not exerting so much energy. It's exhausting.
It drains you.
It does. We're also, again, going to stay hydrated. Then it's going to be 2 o'clock. We're reapplying our SPF, y'all. We don't want to burn.
Yes, and this is a personal favorite for me. This is also what I call creepy sand play time. This is when I'm feeling active. This is when I'm feeling like I want to be artistic. This is when I typically start building a sandcastle of some variation. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Also up for grabs is the burying of the bodies.
Yeah, everybody dig a hole. Who wants to make sand boobs?
Yeah, this is a great time to work on your sand tits. You can always give someone a big old chesticle under the sand. That's always really fun. You also noted that you like to make, what was it called? A levee?
Oh, a levee. It's always somebody's responsibility. You kind of got to put that wall up to stop the waves from coming if you're really close to the shoreline, because in 20 minutes, it could be high tide
Tides have changed.
And the tides have changed.
Yes.
Your castle is crumbled to the ground.
I'm a big fan of the moat.
Mm-hmm.
Always been a big fan of the moat.
Yeah, moats are important.
Moats make the world go round.
Or the little drip castles. Did you ever do that?
My mother loved to make a drip castle. A lot more labor intensive. The payoff is incredible.
Incredible. It looks like a movie. It looks like a painting.
I am craving a drip castle now.
Maybe we'll do that this week.
Yeah, those are really fun.
Yeah, for sure. What else can you do in the sand? I think that's good for sand play.
Yeah, at 2:45, guys, this is now time for second swim. Second swim. And if you haven't swum the first time, you're swimming now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't come to the beach to not swim. Get in the water. Don't be a creep, okay? And you probably have to pee by now.
Pee in the water.
So go pee in the water, okay?
Yeah. You don't pee in a pool. You can pee in the ocean. Maybe don't pee in the lake. Because that's not really going anywhere.
I pee in people's pools, okay? I pee everywhere. If you've
Okay.
ever invited me to your house, I've peed in your pool. I've said it once, say it again. I always pee in the pool. I don't care. Grow up. Okay, and then guys, we're gonna wrap this up from 3:15 to 3:45. You're gonna dry off, and then 4 p.m. we're leaving. We have to go home. We have to shower. We have to nap. We have to prepare for dinner. We've spent 6 hours at the beach, and that's enough time outside for the day.
Yeah, and that's like you're getting the best part of the sun. That's like you've started your day off fantastically and you're gonna have a great evening.
Yeah, let's just, before we end this conversation at the beach, we would be remiss to not bring some negativity to the conversation.
Yeah, obviously.
What are things that are not okay at the beach in your opinion?
Denim,
Denim at the beach is just a big no.
which is funny because my beach bag is made of denim.
Yeah, but that's not wearing denim.
Right, wearing denim. Oh my God, why does it take so long to dry?
Yeah, well, it's denim.
There's your reason.
Simply
All right,
denim.
what else are we not doing at the beach?
You guys, we're gonna really try not to poop at the beach. As an IBS survivor, I know
Yeah.
that sometimes it is not possible to infer when you're gonna have to shit, right? And hey, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be so brave. I have shit at the beach before. Have you ever been to a beach bathroom?
No.
The beach bathroom at Horse Neck in Westport, Massachusetts is literally a toilet with a pipe that just drops down like 20 feet. So when you poop, I'm like waiting for it to drop. I'm like, oh, there it was. It's hot. I'm sweating because I'm in a shed essentially,
Yeah.
and I'm pooping at the beach. You need to wake. If you're like me, wake up even earlier. Have some coffee, have some water, try to get everything done before you leave. And if you have to poop at the beach, then it's going to ruin the day a little bit. It's not, it's going to be a little brown spot on the day.
No aqua dumping, you guys.
No,
pooping in the
don't
water.
poop in the water.
I pooped in the
Relax.
water one time, but I was younger.
What else do you not want to happen at the beach?
Shaking of towels. If you gotta shake a towel before you leave or before you use it, make sure you're at least 20 feet away behind everybody and downwind. You gotta be, because too many people are picking up their towels super fast and giving it a little shaky do, and then I've got sand in my sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, sand in the food.
And then it's in my eyes, and that hurts. When you have contacts and you get a little 1 grain of sand under your contact can ruin a lifetime.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do know that like sand on the body after someone shakes a towel is really depressing. But sand in the sandwich, which is, it's in the name and it's so disrespectful. What's up with that?
I'm also like, if somebody like next to me does it, and even if I don't get sand on me, but I see that they're being disrespectful and like shaking their towel, I'm gonna be that annoying person who's going just to make a
Yeah.
point. I just want everybody to know that that's not okay.
Downwind, you guys, downwind. And
Downwind.
last but not least, your music levels, just keep them appropriate. Keep
Yeah.
them in the vibes correct with everybody at the group, and make sure that not everyone has to listen to your music as well. Okay?
Yeah, if there's a lot of kids around, we don't need to be listening to Hump Me, Fuck Me, Daddy Better Make Me Come.
No, just be really appropriate around everybody, because the beach is a communal space. Okay? And the beach at Camp Shady Birch, we know that too.
We've set you up the best that we can, and you're ready to leave the nest on your beach day, and we are so proud of you.
You can call this episode the Beach Bible.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements.
Morning announcements. Attention campers. Unfortunately, we will have no lifeguards on duty the entire summer. Swim at your own risk. We had an intern who was hired, but then he got a job at Disney. So now he's going to be working the funnel cake booth in Magic Kingdom. And Sandwich can't swim. He's got that weird leg and that issue with his knee. Don't look at his knee. He gets really sad about it. So if anyone wants to step up and volunteer, we are accepting applications. We can only pay you in
Doubloons.
bandages from the infirmary.
Yeah.
So we don't have much of a budget this year. But moving forward, this is morning announcements, you guys. This is the part of the show where we share news with you that you might have missed, that we feel like you should know in order to be the coolest person in your group. Welcome
the
back, everybody.
beach.
At the beach.
All right, so I'm going to take the reins here, and I'm going to go first.
Go, go, go.
So this article is coming from the Huffington Post, and it's by David Moy, and it's titled, you know what? I'm not going to read you the title. I'll read you the title.
Yeah,
afterwards,
don't read me
okay?
the title.
So this was a couple weeks ago. It's July 2nd. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. It is 14:34 in military time, which I think is 2:34. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've never been in the military. It's hot. It's swampy. And you need to get your acrylic nails filled in because your cuticles are not looking cute. So you go to the nail salon, when a man wearing a hat and sunglasses barges through the door. I think we also need to bring back the word barging. I think that's fun. He's waving around a plastic bag. We're assuming there's a gun in there, and he's screaming, "Everybody get down! Give me all your money!" No one budges. This man like bursts into this nail salon and he's attempting to rob it and nobody's moving. There's CCTV footage of it. And I was like, wait, this is so embarrassing. And then he says it again and like no one moves. They're like, okay. So a customer did end up standing up to go outside. The suspect snatched her phone when they walked outside. And then eventually the humiliation just kind of like took over him and he left without any money.
Oh no, that's like good that happened. I feel like if you can't even get people to, he's not good at anything then.
No, when it was in like a tight little small space and he was like pacing back and forth, you could tell he was like panicking and he didn't know what to do.
Wait,
But
where
it's,
was
like,
this?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And it's very embarrassing for him. You can tell on his face. People were making memes about it. I thought it was funny. But
Did they look upset? The people, they look scared when they were getting robbed?
So the salon owner said that he was scared, but he didn't want to panic because he didn't want everybody to freak out.
Wow. Well, that's good to know, guys. You really can set a tone with your emotion.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, was that you can just set the tone for everything. And the guy just didn't know what to do. How, like, what if you do that? Like, what if everybody's just like, you're not robbing this place? And if everybody just bands together, actually, this is really bad advice. You should always like, listen, just, for your own safety's sake. But in this instance, I don't even think he had a gun. He was just waving like a bag around.
They probably could tell. If it was me, I would have gotten on the ground. I would have said, here's my wallet, but I am taking my ID because it's such a bitch to get your ID replaced. I already lost one ID in my life. So I'm keeping my ID. You can take my credit cards because I'm going to freeze them when you leave, idiot. I don't carry cash. What do you do with all this?
Not my real ID. Does anybody have a real ID? Are they really doing that?
Yeah, they are. They are.
They keep pushing it back though.
Yeah, they were like, if you don't have your real ID by May 2023, you'll never be able to fly again. And then like 2022 came in, they're like, JK, we're pushing it to 2025. It's like, guys, just like stop.
Seriously.
Stop. Like, why are we doing this? All this budget and money so everyone has this different ID. It's like, why don't we fix the potholes in America? Okay?
We've got plenty of other issues going on.
We have teachers across America who are paying for their own school supplies.
Yeah.
But we have to get the real ID. We're putting marketing budget on that. How about why don't we start paying teachers?
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, the title of this article was Atlanta man attempts to rob nail salon, gets ignored by everybody.
Oh, well, did they find him? Is he in trouble?
As of right now, it says that he's still on the loose.
Oh my God, I love that phrase, on the loose. Because I always think he's like running around like a rabid dog, but instead he's like just at his house, like chilling.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not on the loose. I'm
He's
just
like,
walking around.
He's like, I'm simply sad.
So that was my little short story. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. Well, mine's a little different, you guys. A Florida Japanese steakhouse is closing after meth found in the soy sauce.
After meth?
Meth found in the soy sauce.
All right.
Florida never ceased to amaze me.
I was going to say, it's got to be Florida.
A Japanese steakhouse in Pace has announced they're closing just weeks after an investigation by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office found that some of the soy sauce was contaminated with methamphetamines. So it's called Nico Japanese Steakhouse in Pace, Florida. So I looked up where Pace, Florida is. I've never heard of that. And it's at like the top left of the Panhandle. I've never been over there. Isn't that the Florida-Bama shore?
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
Florida-Bama, right? It's like that connection part right there.
The armpit?
It was like literally at the top left corner, like right on the ocean.
Yeah.
I've just never been over there. So I was really intrigued by that. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So an investigation was like put on this like Nico Japanese Steakhouse when 7 people were hospitalized after eating at the restaurant. And detectives did test 2 soy sauce bottles and unopened to-go packets of soy sauce, which came back positive for meth. Isn't that weird? That it was like they were sealed.
Okay, but so why is the restaurant? I'm sorry, this isn't a distributor. This is a restaurant.
No, baby, this is the Nico Japanese Steakhouse in Pace, Florida. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so why aren't we going straight to the source of the soy?
So because we can't figure it out. The investigation was closed and no charges were filed because deputies were unable to determine who contaminated the food due to a lack of witness observations and surveillance footage.
Oh.
But multiple employees told deputies a coworker was acting erratically on June 9th, the day the 7 customers got sick. The coworkers believe that the suspicious coworker unknowingly contaminated the food. However, the reports concluded that there were no evidence to back that up.
Okay.
So the owners are devastated that the restaurant is closing. This is kind of sad, you guys. There's just been so many complaints that like they just can't like bring back their business, and it's kind of sad because like it's not really the owner's fault. Like you never know who you're gonna hire. Like I used to work at Olive Garden, you guys. This is like such tea, and I'm gonna share it. You would be surprised how many people in the restaurant world have drug addictions. I worked in it for 8 years. Every single restaurant I ever worked in, someone was like cracked out in the kitchen. And like you just don't like there's a shortage of people right now. So you're gonna hire who you can hire. And like they could have just hired someone that had an issue and that was like on meth one day and like spilt it around a little bit. It's scary, but like now this poor restaurant shut down and like they just could never bounce back. And like obviously like when the news broke down there, no one was going. And like it's so funny that the regulars were still going. Like regulars will always go back. They don't care.
So the 7 people who were hospitalized, was it within the same day?
Yes.
Okay. So it was probably like a small little like lunch rush that was affected maybe. And I wonder what they were feeling.
Yeah. The cook was on his lunch rush with his methamphetamines. Jesus. We're saying it wasn't MSG. That's meth, guys. Yeah, no, it seemed like it was just a bad employee who really made a mistake, probably incidentally, because they're not going to give meth away. Okay. It's not cheap, you guys. So
yeah, I wonder how that happened though.
Yeah. I don't know. He's like sauteing and snorting at the same time. It's the classic saute and snort. And that's what happened. So I feel really bad for the owners. I really hope they reopen. And I hope like maybe we start a GoFundMe. I just felt bad. I was reading their like Facebook post and I was like, they really didn't have anything to do with this. And like, there's no charges against them. Like it wasn't intentional. It was just
it just happened.
But it's just another like little dash on Florida stories. Florida just constantly brings us the most jaw-dropping like information in the world. If it's happened, it's probably happened in Florida. And if it hasn't happened yet, it's because Florida's working on it. So, sorry, Nico, Japanese Steakhouse. There was meth in the soy sauce.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little. We are complaining and we're going to tell something to take a hike. So what are you going to tell to take a hike today?
We were at a restaurant last night. We were at Turk's Sushi Bar in Matapoise. I'm sorry. I love listing where I am. Okay. It's fun for me. We were at Turk's and there was a man sitting at the table next to us who told the server that he didn't want arugula on whatever the dish was. And then he said, I'm allergic. And then smirked. He said, I'm allergic. And then the other couple said, that's not a real allergy. And he was like, no, it's a real allergy. And I could tell this motherfucker was lying. So my take a hike this week is people who lie about allergies with food, okay? Because I looked it up after, because I'm a nosy ass bitch. And guess what? If you're having a conversation within a 20 feet radius of me, I am listening. I have never heard a conversation I haven't listened to. Does that make sense? I can't stay out of other people's business, okay? I'm staring at you. I'm listening up.
I was going to say, sometimes you're making full eye contact with no sunglasses on.
Well, everyone has something to say, and I want to hear it. And I didn't want to hear this, though, okay? Because I looked up at my phone after, and it said that having an allergy to arugula is so incredibly rare. It's possible, right? People are allergic to goddamn grass at this point. But you could be allergic to arugula. But I just think, from someone who worked in the service industry for almost a decade.
Service injury.
Did I say that?
You almost did.
Okay. Well, someone who's worked in the service industry for almost a decade, how many people would lie about allergies to food that they didn't like? It's okay to modify things, you guys. You can say, I don't want this, or I want it a certain way. But I think it's also really great just to like put everyone at peace by saying, oh, I'm not allergic. It's just a preference. Like, I understand why people don't want to like consume gluten. Okay. I think gluten doesn't make me feel great. Am I allergic? No, I don't have celiac disease. Does it make my stomach hurt a little bit? Yes, but that's not celiac, okay?
Yeah, you're not putting the silly in celiac.
You touching a breadcrumb with the same knife isn't going to kill you. It might kill somebody else. But for the people in the back of house who have to prepare your food, it's a fucking nightmare. We're changing gloves. We're changing knives, bowls, cutting board. And it's in the middle of a dinner rush because you want to be silly and say that you don't like arugula and calling it an allergy? take a fucking hike. That's ridiculous, okay?
Yeah.
Just be honest about if it's an allergy or if it's a preference. No one's going to be mad at you, but do not lie about having an allergy if it's not real. It is just such a headache because everybody has to take it so seriously now because you don't want anyone to die. Every restaurant takes it seriously, you know what I mean? So I just think when people do that, for me, I'm like, ew. It's like when people are tip bad or rude to servers. It's like another thing for like my like restaurant like opinions of people because you can tell a lot about somebody at a restaurant.
Yeah. And
a
then
lot.
the guy to the left of us was being a complete asshole. He said he was waiting for maybe 60 seconds. And then the girl comes over and he's like, I want a beer. I need a water and I need it now. And he said, I need it fast.
Culturally
like,
and
up.
age-wise, that was an old Portuguese man and they like literally are all like that. They're like, it's like they bark orders and it's like, I feel like even when I worked at like when restaurants and stuff like that, when I had like older people, like they don't talk to you as nice as other people. I'm sorry. I would rather talk to a wall all day than talk to most old people. They're just so miserable half the time, especially in a restaurant setting. It's like, God damn it. We used to have this woman at Olive Garden, these two women that would come in and they would get minestrone soup and they wanted it boiling hot. And the soups sit in like these pans with like hot water running under them. They're already so hot. Like you're ladling and it's steaming, but they would make us put it into the industrial microwaves at Olive Garden. These are like industry standard microwaves. And I put it in there for 2 minutes. It would be coming out. It would be boiling and it would be like the drippings would be like crunched onto the lid. I mean the rim of the bowl. And I'd bring it out to them and they would be like, oh, perfect. And then they would like eat it right away. Like they had no taste buds. And it was annoying because I would always get them because I did my job and they would request me. And I'm like, now I'm stuck with these fucking losers that don't even tip well, that require more work because I like just do what they do. So if you're a server and you don't want those asshole regulars, just fuck up their order because then they'll never ask for you again. And then you're off of it because you're doing more work for less money and more annoyance. So that wasn't an allergy, but it's more of a take on just difficult people at restaurants.
If you ever eat hot soup like that, do you ever picture your like esophagus cooking?
I feel like they must have had a throat of scar tissue.
Yeah.
Like they
probably didn't feel it.
It was basically at a simmer when I brought it to their table. And they would go right for it. These two ladies.
I can't eat my pizza if it's not like just above room temp.
I do like hot food. I don't need boiling food. And I'm not going to ask for things specifically hot. I do like my pizza well done at Domino's and I will put that in the notes. And if I get it, it's amazing. If I don't, I deal with it. What is your take on this week, Jonathan?
Kind of taking the temp and freezing it a little bit. We were out for ice cream. And I was going to get the toppings that they had listed. They have Reese's peanut butter cups, but they also have Reese's Pieces. And there was one time when I was with you and this deterred me from doing it. I love a peanut butter cup. If I'm at Dairy Queen, I am fucking up a peanut butter cup Blizzard. Like that is my staple. That is my go-to. That is my hometown hero.
Church.
It's my church. That's my church. That's my steeple. Open the door and here's all the people. So I had ordered it before and they gave me Reese's Pieces.
Blasphemy.
And I didn't want to say anything because again, like yesterday at the same restaurant, we ordered chowder that had bacon and I didn't realize there was bacon and I do not eat bacon. I didn't send it back. I asked it to go because I was like, they can't just pour it back in the vat. I'm like, we're going to take it to go because I knew you would eat it later. Did you eat it later?
Yeah, I had my 10 p.m. chowder.
Yeah. And then
I had the chowder guts.
And then the farts, the chowder was louder.
Sorry.
So back to this. When I'm mistakenly given Reese's Pieces instead of the peanut butter cups. They are not the same.
I haven't had a Reese's Pieces in like, I don't know, almost 2 decades.
Let's also talk about the fact that it's not Reese's Pieces.
I know, I just grew up saying it that way and I know that I'm wrong. I know that I say it incorrectly, but I don't even care enough about these candies to even try them again. So I'm going to call them what I'm going to call them in a form of disrespect to them.
Okay, that's valid. But when people are like, it's Reese's Pieces, that doesn't make any sense. Reese's Pieces, it's clever. It's cute. The candy sucks, but the name is cute.
Yeah.
And it makes it almost even worse. It's like salt in the wound when people are like, Reese's Pieces. I'm like, just shut up. Is the hit song from Ashley Simpson called Pieces of Me? No, bitch. It's Pieces of Me. Grow up.
Pieces of Me. Did you know that it was supposed to be M&M's in E.T., but they passed on it and that's why it was given to Reese's Pieces?
Wow.
So M&M saw that and they must have been like, It's like Matt Damon saying no to Avatar. Y'all fucked up M&M's and Matt Damon. Matt Damon and M&M's have so much in common.
Yeah. Oh my God. At least one letter.
One letter and two fundamental mistakes.
That's sad. But don't you agree that the peanut butter is like not the same?
No, I would never want a Reese's Pieces
Peanut butter.
in my ice cream, but I do like, I don't actually like peanut butter ice cream at all, but I love a Reese's peanut butter cup. I love them.
Exactly. They're similar, but not the same. Like every Ava Max song.
I wonder if it's like a thing that we say up here, Reese's. I do say Reese's, but I'm trying to say Reese's. Reese's Puff, Reese's Puff.
Yeah, you don't
Peanut
say
butter
Reese's
chocolate
Puff,
flavor.
Reese's Puff.
Would you have a Reese's
maybe you
peanut
do.
butter puff ice cream?
You know, I haven't had the opportunity, but given the opportunity, I would give it a go. I don't think that tastes like a peanut butter cup, though.
I've never had it. It was always so scary. The commercials were so exciting though.
Yeah, those commercials were memorable.
Yeah, they really did a good job on those.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for my take a hike. So Reese's Pieces, take a hike.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over. Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to Crush of the Week. This is the part of the show where we share what we're loving, what we're crushing, what we're snogging, what my favorite thing of the week is, what Jonathan's favorite thing of the week is. My crush of the week this week is sticking with the theme of ice cream. Ice cream's hot. Actually, is it her hot older sister or is it her fat uncle? Ice cream's fat uncle frap. I love a frap. What are your thoughts on fraps?
So when we went to go get a frap the other day, I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought we were going to Starbucks.
Oh,
You
really?
said, yeah, you said, do you want a frap? And I was like, yeah, I'll get like a nice coffee. When we were leaving the beach, I thought we were going to go.
Oh.
I don't know what a frap is.
Yeah, so that's the part of the conversation that I'm going to talk about today. A frap is just a milkshake, and that's what we call them up here in the Northeast.
That's why don't you just call it a milkshake? I guess it is one less syllable.
Well, why do you call it a hoagie? So,
Fair.
do you want to walk down this path?
Fair.
You want to walk children through nature?
But a hoagie and a sub are not the same.
We're not talking about hoagies right now, okay? We're talking about fraps.
All right.
F-R-A-P-P-E, baby.
The frapternity.
No, I think it's just a milkshake. I really prefer, this sounds crazy, when I'm at a local ice cream stand and I'm reading that cute little menu item, I just like a simple frap most times. I just want to put something in a cup holder. I'm always the driver, and I just feel like it's easy to go on the go. And what did you get?
A mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. It was big.
So I ordered a
Involved.
small. I was like, I just need a little kitty cone.
Smalls are always so big at the ice cream.
I just
What's up with that?
I want to. I don't know.
You never actually get a small ice cream. If people who get mediums and larges, I'm like, go
Okay,
off, Colin.
But also, babe, like we have to really back it up, and we can't start complaining about ice cream sizes being given bigger than they are, because
no,
that's
no.
the road we were about to walk down. Because we have to be grateful for
No,
that.
I wasn't making fun of it. It's just a general observation that I feel like the small is always so generous. Let me use my word choice. That I feel like a small ice cream is enough always for me.
Right. So I ordered a small soft serve, vanilla bean. I like to keep it plain and simple. And I got it on a cone, and that was a big mistake as well because it starts dripping. And I am the thought of having to stand there and lick an ice cream cone while that weird man against the tree was watching me do so makes me uncomfortable to this very day.
He was there for a reason. He knew what he was doing.
So yeah, I need to get it in a cup with a spoon. So you got your own in a cup with a straw because you're good to go with your Frappy Chappy.
Yeah, I think how do I say this? To consume a soft serve cone in the middle of summer is to fight for your life. That is a war in America.
It was a race against time.
It is. Me. That's why I never get a cone. I always get a cup. And shout out to the people who get a cup with a cone on top.
Oh my God.
You're economical, you're smart, you're thinking ahead, and you know what you love. I love that. Sugar or waffle cone.
Oh, I would prefer a waffle cone.
Really?
If it has like, I like when they get a little freaky and weird around the top where they're like, let's get like chocolate on here and like maybe peanuts if I'm feeling crazy. But I've also
Whoa.
had it with crushed up like pretzel bits.
Oh, that seems fun. See, I can get behind them. I love the smell.
Okay, so
big
are
in
you
the
a
smell.
sugar cone girl?
I'm a sugar cone girl, and I think it speaks to me in volumes. I'm petite, I'm little, I'm sugary, I'm sweet.
The sugar cones remind me of the wafers at church.
No, I think you're really getting them confused with that other third option cone where it's like that's not
The one that I had.
that's not a sugar cone, baby.
What the fuck's a sugar cone?
A sugar cone, yeah. See, you're getting confused for a minute. That is a wafer. That's the soft serve
a wafer
comes in the
cone.
church wafer. That's
Yeah.
communion. You're taking communion when you get a soft serve.
And then when you get to the bottom of it, there's nothing left but dry. The period on the sentence of your ice cream cone is dry, crusty, and disappointing.
Yes, and you ate a little bit of paper. And
So
you're not-
what? And I'll do it again.
And so what? Okay, I've eaten paper before, and I'll do it again. Sugar cone. It's gonna be hard for me to walk you down this path right now because it's a little overgrown, and I need a visual.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit on that one. We're gonna put a pin in it, and I'll show you in public
Okay.
in a real space.
When you see it in the wild.
Just when we see it in the wild, guys. But don't be afraid of a frap, okay? It's kind of like a milkshake. And what I want to say was that there's a couple different words that are like really regional that I want to run through real quick with
Okay.
you that I think there is a little lost in translation here. A bubbler is what we call a water fountain.
Yeah. That sounds very like 1940s to me.
It's what we say here,
But
though.
it's cute. I like that. I'll let it go.
Bang-a-gooey.
I'll say that. When you
Okay.
a U-turn.
Yes. We don't call it Cape Cod. We call it the Cape.
Correct. But we
So-
don't know where. Yeah.
If you're ever visiting Cape Cod, just say the Cape. That's like the way to call it around here. Or say whatever you want. I'm just saying what we say. I don't call it a grocery cart. I call it a carriage.
That is incorrect.
And then I showed you a picture of a Stop and Shop and it said carriage return. And you were like, I didn't make it up.
I knew you didn't make it up. I just think it's wrong.
Do you call it a cellar?
What is it?
The basement?
Oh, I thought you meant a merchant. No. To me, like a cellar is dark. It doesn't have a light, and you store preserves in it, like jam that you made.
Yeah.
I think a cellar is a crawl space almost.
I think of it as a basement, like down cellar. Like go down cellar and play.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a little different.
Okay.
And then scrod was interesting for me.
Okay. So I don't know any other word for it.
I thought scrod was a type of fish. Scrod is a phrase for like the catch of the day, like the white fish of the day. Scrod could technically be like halibut, tilapia, typically cod, but it
I didn't
really is
know
like
that.
a blanket term.
Grud.
Yeah, that was the definition.
And honestly, I like the word halibut. Hey, what's all that halibut?
And last but not least, wicked. But did you say wicked?
Wicked?
Yeah.
Like wickedly talented, Adele Dazeem?
No, like I'm wicked excited for this.
Like, not really.
Yeah, that's definitely like a term up here, like wicked. I'm not gonna go like sometimes it goes like really off the deep end, but these are ones I all say all these.
Okay.
So frap is a milkshake, is all it to say.
Frap. Is it F-R-A-P or F-R-A-P-P-E?
Yes, FARAPPE.
F-A-R-A.
No, I'm sorry, FRA. Sorry.
Frappy.
Frappy.
So that makes sense when they call it a frappuccino.
Yeah, maybe it does.
Because it's a milky milkshake. But I think that was the only time I've heard somebody say a frap. And then you go to Dairy Queen and it's a moo latte.
Well, that's just fun.
That is fun, isn't it? A little moo latte.
What is your crush of the week?
My crush of the week, god damn it, is going out for breakfast.
I love to go for every meal, but I love going out for breakfast.
You know, I'll for breakfast. So I'll open it up to brunch. Like I feel like brunch is like its own thing. Like of course everybody loves brunch, but going out to breakfast, you're setting the tone.
They're different.
It's different.
It's so brunch isn't breakfast.
No.
It's got different things that are not available at breakfast. We're talking just about breakfast right now, right?
And I'm gonna go out. We literally just came back from going out to breakfast this morning.
Scrumptious.
So we went out to breakfast. 2 eggs over easy. Home fries. Preferably Long Island.
Long Island home fries, that style of potato is my favorite. Guys, those are like the reddish ones
Mhm.
that are like a little more wet,
Yeah,
The
unmatched.
a little mash, a little mush.
And then what they did today, sourdough toast.
There's nothing more exquisite than sourdough toast.
Elevated. And it was the gold, what is the Goldberry, gold standard Goldberg butter.
Oh, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's the expensive one.
Yeah, well, we went to the barn in Adamsville.
So good.
My favorite breakfast place in the world. I feel like East Coast has such better like classic breakfast. Like I feel like when you go to the West Coast, like it's so hard to find like eggs, bacon, home fries, and toast. Everything there is like, okay, acai bowl, berry bullshit.
acai bowl.
I don't give a fuck. It's not breakfast. That's smoothie talk, and I'm not doing it. I want eggs, bacon, bread, potato. Okay, I'm an East Coast boy. I'm a goddamn American. My cholesterol is high and my blood runs red. And I want my eggs over easy. I also like a little sweet treat. Today I got a cinnamon roll with my breakfast. I
Yeah.
split it with Shan. Happy birthday, Shan.
Yeah, that was good. And you know that the table's always going to be crowded because everybody has a water. Someone has a mimosa. Someone has a cup of coffee.
You had a mimosa.
Okay.
It was you.
I said someone.
Yeah.
And then you have, a plate, a side plate, another side plate. And it's just like chaos. It's crowded. I almost spilled my drink twice. But you set your day up for success because I feel like I could do anything now. I could go to sleep and waste my day away. Hey, at least I went out for breakfast. Or I could go and have like the most powerful day. I could be the leader in the parade. And I'm like, yeah, it was obviously because I had breakfast out.
Absolutely. And I just love to drink coffee out of a little like hourglass shaped ceramic mug.
You love the ergonomics of
I
it.
love it. The coffee tastes better in it. And a
Yeah.
thick ceramic mug.
So good. We should have got a frap with it. That would have been literally like the creme de la creme.
No, I would have shit myself. That's too much this early in the morning.
That's true.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Song.
Wow, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you. It was an F sharp. This is the part of the show where we share a song we've been listening to, something we've just been like pumping over the stereo, which let's bring that back. Stereo. I love that, don't you? Instead of the speakers, we're bringing the stereo.
I
to
think
the
it's the
beach.
exact same thing last week.
Did I?
Yeah, he said, let's bring the stereo back.
Well, I'm going to keep doing it because how else are we going to bring it back?
No, I love it. I agree.
So what is your camp song?
My camp song this week is I'm in my summer vibe. I'm just in my nostalgic vibe. I'm thinking of songs of my youth. So I'm doing Mr. Jones by Counting Crows.
So last week you were Sheryl Crow and now you are Counting Crow.
Oh my God, I'm such a birder. I'm a big bird head. I'm a big bird. I'm obsessed with birds. Okay, obviously some of you are craving my vocals.
Come on,
My
bird
God,
brain.
my groupies out there are obsessed with me. I'm just joking. Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales, and we stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you. Oh no, she's looking at me. His voice is so crazy.
That was really specific and pretty on par.
No, it's actually really embarrassing because I definitely could have done it better, and I could feel that I was like not doing it as well. He's actually got a very similar voice to Dave Matthews in that way. That was so of the time.
Yeah, a little
Almost like a
nasally.
Yodely, like really
Nasal.
like free with it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just play with it. Play with it. Like it's like the 90s was like the definition of like play with it.
Now it's like stop playing with him, Riot.
Yeah, now it's literally Stop Playing with the Riot. Okay, so that song came out in 1993, and it was on their debut LP, The Counting Crows. The LP was August and Everything After. I don't really know much about The Counting Crows, so I did a little research, and they're kind of like, they were like really a pillar of 90s music, and I was really interested to hear about the song, and the lead singer's name is Adam Duritz, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Sure.
He did an interview with AmericanSongwriter.com, which they do great interviews on that website. I've used them a couple of times. But I think it's really interesting. He had a couple different bands at the time, and he didn't want to ever be a lead singer. So he was really comfortable kind of playing the back in these different bands. He's in one band called the Himalayans, and he like loved it. But he was like partially in this other band called the Counting Crows, and he wrote a lot. And like one time they were out with the bass player, and the bass player his name was Marty Jones, and Marty Jones' father was in town, and he was a flamenco guitarist, and he was like a world famous one. And he was saying in the interview, he was like, to be a world famous flamenco guitarist is like unheard of. There's like one or two, and his father just happened to be with one. So he was in town. They were in LA. They went to a bar one night, and they went to his flamenco concert, and that's with the flamenco dancer Maria and the song in the first verse. The story is about him sitting with his father and kind of like daydreaming about being a rock star and being a famous person, and like that thinking that everything will get better for him once he's famous. And that's what the whole song is about. And it was Mr. Jones was the bass player's father.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never would have thought that listening to it. I always thought it was like an old man who was a neighbor.
No, it was his friend's dad who was just in town doing a show because he was actually already famous. And I think he kind of like fished his wish because he wrote this in 1991 and no one knew about him. This song came out in 93 and blew up in 94. So he wrote it 3 years previous about this life that he really wanted, that everything would be better whenever I knew his name. And obviously like he knew it wasn't real, but like how funny is that?
I never knew that. That's incredible. Was that the same time that Taxi, what is it, Big Yellow Taxi came out?
That was later because that one had Vanessa Carlton on it. So I think he was already a little bit more.
That's Vanessa Carlton?
Yes.
The
It's his
education
song.
that I'm getting from you is unmatched.
So I'm only inferring that it's not on the same album because I think that seems like a feature. So it feels like that one would have been like a grouping they would have made after he was already famous. Have you heard the song Omaha?
No, Maha.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Counting Crows is really great. I love his voice. He's like really like just a really like spunky guy. And it's so funny. He was reading his interview and his kind of just spoke like I feel like he would have spoke back then. It was kind of like all over the place and like and he wasn't sugarcoating anything. He wasn't like making his story grander than what it was. It was kind of like I was kind of like, all right, make a little more out of this. It's a pretty cool story and kind of like just giving them bullet points here. But I thought that was really cool. And I love that song. It really makes me like just want to like put on a nightgown and just run through the forest at night.
With Mr. Jones.
Yeah, like I feel like really like whimsical and witchy.
I love that. That's a great song. And I love that you're bringing back the oldies because usually for a long time I was there bringing back the oldies. Now we've switched.
I'm just like literally like this entire summer series for me while we're here is going to be like music that I listened to with my parents growing up.
I love that.
Like,
That's special.
It's the 90s for me. This being home in the summertime brings back the best energy for me. I just love being here at this time of year. Even if it's raining, it like brings me such peace and joy. So when I hear this kind of music, it feels safe and warm for me.
Oh, that's beautifully sad.
What's your song of the week?
So my song of the week is Jump Right In by Zach Brown Band.
So fun.
We've been singing that literally all week. We're like, you can jump right in. Okay, so I have this measurement of music. I'm like, was this in the movie Rio or was it not? Neither of us have ever seen the motion picture Rio, the one with that tropical bird.
Yes, but please explain to everyone because I get it. I want them to get it. If a song is it Rio or is it not Rio? What was Rio?
What, the movie?
Yeah, explain.
It was like,
here.
I don't even know because we've never seen it. The only thing I know about, I've never even seen it in a trailer. All I know is it's a tropical bird. And when I hear a song, I can be like, this song must have been in that movie because it gives that vibes.
Rio was a hit movie
From 2012.
DreamWorks.
2010.
It was DreamWorks-esque, and it's about a parrot or something like that, and it flies around. And all you have to do to play this game, is it Rio or is it not Rio, is listen to a song and think, could this bit have been in the movie Rio? And then that's a genre of music. You've heard of yacht rock. Now we're doing yacht rock's little sister, Rio.
So I'll sing a couple of bars just so we can get the vibe of it.
Please.
Okay, ready? Feel free to chime in because I know you know the words.
I don't know the words, but thank you.
You can jump right in. Let the music... Just don't snap, please. It's really not good for me.
Oh, okay. I'll help you though. 3, 2, 1.
You can jump right in. Let the music pull you in. You can jump right in. Oh, and lose yourself again as the summer wind sings again a summer lullaby.
I think you needed the snapping. I think that's what was missing.
No, babe, you are offbeat because I went back and I edited the last one and you were the one offbeat.
I've never been told that before.
Well, there's a first time for everything. So you guys get it. You can probably listen to that song and not have ever seen the movie Rio and be like, I can see how this would be on Rio. So I have a couple of other songs just as examples.
Thank you. I was trying to think right now what we could tell the campers. Are they popular songs?
Yeah.
Good. Because like, guys, we'll get the vibe now for you guys. Like, is it Rio? Is it not?
Only Wanna Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Only wanna be with you. So listen to that song, guys, and then picture like an animated movie about a parrot flying through the island.
Yeah.
Only wanna be with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other one is Cheeseburger in Paradise, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, that's on the nose a little bit too much though.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like anything on like Margaritaville radio is gonna be in the motion picture soundtrack for Rio.
Okay.
And then the last one I have is again Zach Brown Band, Toes.
No, I disagree.
Are you kidding me? We were just singing that with Kira.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, what do you mean? That is 100% Rio.
Oh my God, yeah, that part. And I'm leaving GA.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been listening to. It's been stuck in my head, and it's just a fun little game. Maybe listen to some music today on shuffle and say, is this giving Rio or is it not?
Wait, that is so fun for the rest of your lives, guys. Every song you listen to, in the back of your mind, you're gonna think, is this giving Rio? We should watch Rio.
I kind of never want to watch Rio, only because then it could I could be wrong.
It also could ruin the movie for us because right now I know it's cute because it's giving Rio.
Yeah, I don't know a single voice actor who's in it. I don't know a single song from the actual motion soundtrack, but I know what it means to me spiritually.
I hope Aubrey O'Day is in it.
Okay, I don't know.
She should be.
Yeah, maybe.
She's giving Rio.
Yeah, for sure. But that's all we've got for you guys in this episode. Did you have fun? I had so much fun.
I hope you guys bring a shovel and pail to the beach, 3 sandwiches, some cherries, good vibes, and the light twisted teas. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
No aqua dumping.
No, but make sure you're reapplying.
Yes, no aqua dumping, but make sure you're reapplying. We love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Camp Counselors. If you like this episode, share it with a friend. That would be sweet. Or rate it 5 stars. And if you've done that already, God, I fucking love you.
And with that being said,
lights out, campers.